And just like all types of value, product value, which is a type of value, is the total value of a product in relation to other things. So, for example, to somebody, even if the value of a smartphone itself is simply good, if they empathize with the president of the company making the smartphone and, on the other hand, found that everyone has the smartphone, they would be so glad to have chosen the smartphone because the total value of the smartphone is much more than the value of a smartphone itself. Here, to simplify the discussion, let's focus on the product value for consumers, not for companies. Usually, the degree of product value is measured by so-called cost-effectiveness. Cost-effectiveness is expressed as a fraction, with the price, which is the cost for a customer, as the denominator and the degree of product value for a customer when the cost is disregarded, which is the effectiveness, as the numerator. Without using cost-effectiveness, comparing the degrees of product value will be very vague because the degree of the value that is the strength of emotion is very vague due to the vagueness of emotion, which is a type of feeling. On the other hand, with cost-effectiveness, comparing the degrees of product value will be much clearer because the cost as the denominator represented in number is very clear, although the degree of product value as the numerator remains vague. Therefore, cost-effectiveness gets a great deal of attention from people. People around the world are searching for products that have higher cost-effectiveness. However, cost-effectiveness is just a measurement of product value itself, and not the total value in relation to other things. The degree of product value should not be measured by cost-effectiveness only. Cost-effectiveness alone cannot explain the fact that something like the product is worse in cost-effectiveness. But I empathize with the company president. So, I will buy it, happens. In recent years, companies tend to focus excessively on reducing prices in order to improve the cost-effectiveness of their products, which is a shallow way of thinking. Companies must aim not only to reduce cost to improve cost-effectiveness, but also to increase the product value as the total value of a product in relation to other things. In this lecture, unless specifically necessary, we don't distinguish between the value of the product itself and the total value of the product, and simply refer to it as product value, so please appropriately judge which is meant in each case.